Let's go ahead and move on to sorting in scripts. So sort is a simple and very useful command which will rearrange the lines in the text file so that they are sorted numerically and alphabetically. By default, the rules for sorting are lines starting with a number will appear before lines starting with a letter. Lines starting with a letter that appears early in the alphabet will appear before lines starting with a letter that appears later in the alphabet. Lines starting with a lowercase letter will appear before lines starting with the same letter in uppercase. Okay? All this is saying, guys, is that it sorts it alphabetically, and before the alphabet words come, lines starting with a numeric number or alphanumeric number will come before lines starting with a alphabet number. So let's look at that. I can demo that real quick for you. So if we remember, in my test file, I have hello, my name is Kevin, exclamation point, question mark, and star. So if we do sort on that file, you're going to notice that it changed the order of that file. So the alphanumeric characters came first, and then it sorted it. Now off we go. So H, I, K, M, N. Okay. Guys, this may seem silly at first, but it's actually very helpful. Okay. So a command I use frequently is du-sh star, and I pipe that, du-sh star, and I pipe that in sort-n. So guys, what this tells me is I use this to go, that 0 shouldn't be there. I use this command line to go into a certain directory or file system, and it tells me exactly what is taking up space, and it sorts it for me by lowest number to highest number. So if I run this, you'll see let me scroll up here. Okay. So you'll see it starts at 0, and then it goes to 4, 8, 24, all the way up to 6860, right? So we see there at the bottom, it's sorting it from lowest number to highest number, right? Okay, so that's super helpful to use the sort command in that way, right? Because otherwise, if I just did that same command, let me clear my screen. If I did that same command, notice they're all kind of out of order here. I have an 8, a 4, a 0. You know, it's just kind of, it's not as easy to read it that way, right? It's much easier when I do it the other way. Okay. And by the way, this command is a disk usage. It's telling me put it in human readable. And it's listing everything. So list all files. That star sign, okay? Let's head back to our PowerPoint. So as you can see, sort can be useful. So let's talk about generating reports with awk command. So awk uses a group of instructions called patterns, and patterns are applied to records. Records are blocks of data separated by a new line or any character defined in the rs variable. Fields are strings in a record separated by space or any other character defined in the fs variable. So how do you generate a report with awk? Awk is one of the most powerful tools in Unix used for processing the rows and columns in a file. Awk has built-in string functions and associated arrays. Awk supports most of the operators, conditional blocks, and loops. The basic syntax of awk is as follows. So we have the awk command. And then we have begin, so start action, the action, and then end, or the stop action, and then the file name. Okay. So here, the actions in the begin block are performed before processing the file, and the actions in the end block are performed after processing the file. The rest of the actions are performed while processing the file. So we have an example here. So we could do begin, then we say sum equals 0, then we say sum equals sum plus the variable 5, and then we have end, which is print sum. And then we can execute it as follows. We could say awk-f, the sum column file, which is this, and then the input file. This will run the script in sum column file, and it will display the sum of the 5th column in the input file. Okay, so if we go back a slide, we had begin, which is our starting action, which was saying, hey, sum's going to equal 0. we had our action, which was sum equals sum plus 5, variable 5. And we ended it with our stop action. End, and then stop action is print the sum. Okay? And then file name. Okay?